Block. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here, Masami. I love it. All right. Oh, yes, this is going to feel so good. My body's sore. I did a little Pilates this morning, cross training, keeping my body in different modalities helps balance the body. Yeah, can't do yoga all the time. So Pilates was wonderful. We did a lot of arms strengthening, so this will be nice. We'll stretch out our shoulders and our neck. So sitting on a block, making sure that knees are dropping down. It's hard to sit upright when your knees are high, so putting the knees down helps. You can even sit on your heels if you like. Good. Let the ribs come in, drop the chin down, and just pause there with the breath, letting the breath move up the spine on the inhale and down the spine on the exhale. Yeah, just wanted to make sure everything's copacetic on that recording. So inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts. And again, inhale, exhale. Feels amazing. Just letting that movement happen. Massaging inside out. Exhale. Let your face and jaw relax. Every time you inhale, you can grow a little taller. And every time you exhale, let it drop all the way down to the root, to the base. Just this fluid movement. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. What happens naturally is the body starts to undulate. I feel like it moves forward on the inhale. And then as you exhale, kind of settles back in and roots down into the block. And even the chin can drop down. So you find this natural expansive feeling on the inhale. And then the exhale, moving back, moving the belly in towards the spine, dropping the chin down. It's your own rhythm, just back and forth. Inhale forward. Exhale, pull back. Adding some movement with the neck as well. Inhale forward. Exhale, pull back. Chin down. Shoulders roll forward. And last 2 pulses. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Excellent. And exhale through the nose. All the way back. Reaching the arms nice and straight for the kneecaps as you round the shoulders forward. Rock the chin right and left. Good. And then back to central, neutral spine. Swoop up the arms. Bring the arms up, inside out with the palms straight up, peek up. And then palms come through the center. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And then interlace the fingers again, right to the webbing. Push the arms out. This is a nice breath exercise. Inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, pull it down through that midline. So good. I'm starting to relax. Yawning. If there's some yawns, let that happen. Just repeat. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Again, inhale. Exhale. You can feel that pressure through the palms. You can do it with your eyes open or closed. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Nice. Interlace the fingers again. This time put the elbows towards each other, hands right into the throat lock, right into the, right in here. We've done this before. It's like a bellows. We're opening up the elbows, bringing that up. Inhale. Let it out through the mouth. Head comes back. Elbows pull towards each other. Set yourself tall. And then repeat. Chin level. Shoulders dropping down the back. Elbows coming high. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Great. And then again. Inhale. Exhale out through the mouth. Elbows pull towards each other. Great exercise for the neck, vertebrae in the neck. Inhale, elbows up, chin level. Exhale, push it back. Last two. Very clearing. You're putting all that stagnant, stale air from the bottom of the lungs out through the mouth. Excellent. Good. Release slowly. Bring the hands back up. Interlace the fingers again and take the hands right behind the nape of the neck, and we'll go the opposite direction. Opposite direction, meaning dropping the chin down, elbows towards each other. A little rock side to side. Come back up, open it up. Elbows pull out and open. One more time. Chin comes down. Beautiful. I love that, Masami. You're so wide open with your chest. That's awesome. Drop it down again. Little rocking. Come back up. Last time up. Good. Gently unwind the hands. I'm coming off my block and switching my feet and then reaching forward. Yeah, we want to just stretch out the back a little bit. It's pretty intense without the block. A little bit and with the opposite foot in front because it's your non-habitual foot, so it feels strange. But we'll go back to our habitual one in just a second. Walk your hands to the right. Come to center. Walk your hands to the left. Come back to center. Nice. Come back up and then switch it to the other foot again. And you'll notice that it's much easier. Walk the hands forward. Over to one side. Come back to center. Over to the other side. Come back to center. Great. Walk the hands in. Walk the hands up. Nice. Woo. Good. Unwind the feet. Unwind the feet. Good. Pound that out a little bit. Maybe even straighten them out. Yeah, that felt good because they were in there for a while. And then reverse tabletop. Feet about hip width apart. Chest is lifted. And then lift the hips. It's a great indication of how crooked you can be sometimes. I'm noticing my hips are a little bit crooked, so I'm going to let that go up and down, see if I can get some symmetry into the hip creases. Yeah, it feels a little bit more solid. And then find that. Make sure your feet are about hip width apart. Bring your feet apart. Yeah, better. Nice. Good. Heart lifts. Hold. Use your legs, not all the weight into the wrist. Nice. Come on down. Shake out the wrists a little bit, especially if you're not used to putting that weight on there, that you might need a little massage. Good. And a great way to heat up this core. Let's see. Bring your block behind you. Use it as a little bit of support. Yep. Put your block behind you and then just hold. Hold into this core strengthening. We'll just hold that for just a sec. You can feel that pulse? Feel that little bit of vibration? Your chest is lifted. Your heart's lifted. Oh, find that little quiver. Really good. Beautiful. Come on up. You can move your block. Bring your hands behind you again and then just rock. Oh, yeah. Side to side. Next time you're on your right side, go ahead. I'm coming a little closer. Go ahead and massage by circling it. Switch sides. Massage that other glute. Nice. Come back to that position where your torso is lifted. I like the support, a little bit of support with the block right behind me. Using that. Chest is lifted. Reaching. Maybe there's a little bit of pulse. Chest is lifted. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Woo! Good. Gently come out. Straighten out the legs. Walk the hips back. Tap, tap, tap. And we'll just take a nice forward fold. I'm going to use a block from my head. Woo, so good. We'll take 8 breaths. Supporting the head, letting the arms relax. Feeling it in the low back. That's 2. Wow, I just felt some major release in my low back. Make sure you're breathing right into that lower vertebrae of your back. Three more breaths. Wow, last one. Good. Inhale, come on out. Walk the hands right by your hips so your shoulder ends up being right over your hip. Push your hands down into the floor if you can. Keep your ribs in, keep your chin down. You have all of these awareness centers. The lower, right at the perineum, you're pulling that in and up. And then right at the ribs, you're pulling that in. And then the clavicles are lifting. Chin drops down a little bit. Push the hands down towards the earth. activity out through the toe mounds. See if you can feel all that activity and push into the ground. Shoulders stay down the back. Neck is nice and long. Chin on the chest. Good. Head comes up. So now all that activity that we just created, move your hands behind you a bit. A little bit of bounce. We're going to lift up with the hips. Exhale. See what that feels like. Lift, lift, lift. Great. Come on down. Drop your hips. Get your torso to lift tall. I'm tapping my hips back slightly, and then forward fold. Good. And we'll hold again for another 8. Feels amazing. Inhale, heart lifts. Walk your hands back. Again, Dandasana, that staff pose. Inner lines coming together on the feet. Torso getting nice and tall. Chin into the chest. Hands down by your sides. Remember to breathe. So you can grow your torso a little taller this time. Shoulders stay down. Feel the Sushumna, feel the energy tube running up and down the spine. Chin is locking down, kind of sealing in that pulse of energy up and down the spine. It's waking you up. Good, head comes up. Move the hands behind you a little bit. Last one, reverse plank. Inhale. Exhale to lift. You can go slow. Find that evenness in the body. All right. Gently drop it down. Tap, tap, lift. Extend forward. I'm going to bring my block on this third one. Letting that head rest on something. It could be a bolster. It could even be a chair. I'm just letting that head rest, arms rest. We'll hold for another 8 breaths. Last breath. Nice. Gently come up. Exhale. A few more as we sit on our sit bones. Take that right leg. I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see me. Take that right foot and just bring it over, but you're sort of stacking the knees. So you're kind of lean forward. Let the stack happen. If you have a big calf, make sure you're turning that calf to side and see how of letting that knee drop over the bottom leg. You can feel the pull. If it's accessible, you could even lift and lean forward. So you want to bring that knee right over. So this foot goes all the way to the behind you, sort of like on the ankle. Yes, excellent, Miss Lemmy, that's it. And then you're gonna drape over and walk over. Yeah, you got it, that's it. Just let that happen. Oh, wow, it's pretty intense. Try to surrender. I might even use my block like I did on my other forward fold. That feels good. Letting my head relax. Plenty. Come on out. Unwind that top leg. It needs a little bit of love. Just kind of pump the knees a little bit. Good. So good. My feet barely fit in the screen. I like that. Left knee over the right. So again, we're just sort of pulling this ankle up towards the hip and letting the knees stack over each other. I kind of wiggle a bit and get that positioned. Even my calf, I'm moving my calf. I'm moving that sit bone back. Yeah, nice little adjustments. And then it might just be sitting tall, if that's enough, you know. Or just depending on your flexibility, you might be able to lean a little forward. I'm going to take my block with me and let my head come over because I could rest my head on the block. And we'll stay about the same amount of time. This side loves it. It wants to stay longer. Just 2 more breaths in through the nose. Soft jaw, soft face. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Wow. Gently come out. Beautiful, beautiful. Let that counter stretch happen for the back of the knee. Good, yeah. All right, and now we'll finally go into one of our favorite postures, right? I'm gonna just bring my knees in, lean forward, come into tabletop, and play cat-cow. Make it yours. I'm just moving my hips a little bit forward and back, which feels good to my low back. And then just drop when you're ready, when you're finished with your cat-cow, come right into child's pose and just set your whole body in this surrender. Again, I have the block as my theme today. Let your whole body be jello. Breath coming in through the nose. Big sigh, let it out through the mouth. Again, inhale nose. Let it out through the mouth. Good. This last one, if you have your head supported, inhale nose. Take the head, drop it down a little lower, walk the hands forwards. Activity through the arms. Exhale. Good. Walk the hands to one side. Stretch out that side body. Good. Come to center. Inhale. And the other side. Good. Come back to center. Nice. And then come back to the tabletop. Take the left leg out and the right leg just to stretch. Make sure, get some circulation back into the legs. In fact, it might feel really good to go into down dog at this point. So let's do that. So tuck the toes under. Make sure you have strong integrity through your shushuma, through your central column. Hover the knees just a bit. And then up you go. Oh yeah, this will feel amazing. Woo, shake out the head. Give it a little movement right and left into the heels. Wow. It's like we waited for the grand finale almost. Down dog. It's so awesome. So good. Into the side body. Just explore, stretch, lengthen all those limbs. You can do one at a time. Isolating each leg, each calf. You can go into the arm, stretch out one arm, stretch out the other arm. Nice. And then little tippy toe walk. Walk to the front. See if that works for you. Don't worry if it doesn't. How far can you go? Tippy toe stretch. And then drop the heels. Take your feet about hip width apart. Bend the knees. Yep. Oh, you still have all this moolah where the navel's up into the spine. Your hip creases are high. Slightly bent knees. Feel your elbows hanging heavy. Grabbing your elbows and just hanging heavy. You can alternate weight to the feet. Excellent. I'm going to take my props, my double blocks, and sit on them for malasana. So I'm going to kind of scoot to get the other one. Double blocks. Time for malasana. Such a beautiful way to stretch out the low back. So you're sitting on your blocks, sitting on a stool. You're good. Finding that. Oh yeah, really good. Make sure your sit bones are pulled back. Outside edges of the feet, all of the inner lines of the ankle lifting up. Spread the toes out. Kind of put the elbows in between and feel the inner thighs. Yes. Okay, give the chin a little drop in, down. Put some resistance into the knees towards the elbows, and then the elbows towards the knees. Lengthen upward. Keep that suction. Navel in and up. Chin can sort of drop. Make sure that chin's not floating all around. You can play with the neck to make sure, because that's the hardest lock. It's the seal right into the throat that keeps the energy moving upward to the third eye. Find a focal point. And we'll commit to another 8 breaths. I'm closing my eyes now. Last 4 breaths. Soft jaw, soft face. Visualize the breath moving up on the inhale. And down on the exhale. Last 3. Last 2. Surrender, relax, soften, effortless effort. Last one. Wow, feel all these lines lighting up. Gently release your arms. Drop your head. Find your natural movements to come out. I like to bring my feet closer together, use my hands for support, lean into it. It's almost like I go into Bakasana, which is so interesting. So you can even try that where the knees are on the arms, maybe lift up a toe, maybe lift up another toe. See, it just happens naturally. Woo! Using my block for support. Come off the block. That was a little version. How did that go? Roll up, go slow when you roll up. You can even pause at that halfway mark. And then stand. Oh, good. Bounce it out, walk it out. If you have a sip of water, might be a good time to do that. Good, you guys, I love it. Having a cup of tea going, which is really nice. So good. So I think we'll end. We have about 15 minutes. I think we'll do some deeper hip work. So we'll go into pigeon pose and do a nice sequence with pigeon pose. That will be good. Let's do it. Let's do that first before we go into pigeon pose, Masami. I like that. The interlaced fingers right behind you. Take your feet wide. Yeah, and we're going to interlace the fingers, take the feet a little wide, let that open up the chest a bit. Oh, yeah. And then slightly bend the knees, shoot that forward, keep that mula, that suction of the belly, and come over and just stretch out the arms first. Oh, definitely needed that. Thank you. See how the body tells us what it wants to do? Nice, and then from that, pound it out. A little bit of pounding. Drop the hands. Take one hand down. You can also use a block underneath your hand to lift it up and just turn. Turn one hand up, yeah. Let that open up. Great for opening the shoulder. You can wrap the arm around the back. Good, and switch sides. Turning the other way. Wrapping the arm. Use your legs. Remember to use your legs, not all the weight into the wrists. Good, gently come out. Last little bit in this sequence. You could bring your blocks with you if you have them, and use the arms and out with the blocks supporting you, as it's like a down dog with the legs apart. That's it. Keeping the hips right over the ankles.
Feels good with the blocks actually, because I could drop my head a little bit more. It's seems like it would be more supportive, and it is, but it also is more stretchy too, because you have more room to pull your arms behind your ears a bit. It's interesting. Come back in, walk the feet in, roll up, take a moment to get the back, shake the back out, bounce, and then we'll do our, as a promised, pigeon, but just to move some movements through the hips, shaking it out. Yeah, the grounding down, that pulse to make sure everything's getting settled into the body. All right. And then we'll go to pigeon. So right to the front of the mat. Oh, I think I'm going to bring my blocks over to the front. Over here. And we'll move through a flow, reaching tall at the front of the mat. And dive forward, swan dive forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, go ahead and step, bend the knees, plant the hands, step back for a little bit of flow. Do your high to low push-up. To up dog. Yeah, and we haven't been here yet. Through tabletop is nice. Down dog would be nice as well. Hold this one in stillness. Just hold it for about 5 breaths, and then we'll go right leg for pigeon pose. All right, plenty. Take that high plank, right knee to the chin, little rock of the hip socket, let it swing. You can even circle it. And then slide it all the way up in between your thumbs. Actually, yeah, it just depends on what you want today. You might want support underneath that right hip, or let it drop to the mat. Set your torso tall. In fact, let's take a few moments to really let that heart lift and then drop. We're going to bring it back up. Inhale to lift. Exhale, swing down to drop. One more. Inhale. It's like this wave up and then this wave down. Once you're on your arms for support, just rest. I think I might bring my props. A little more supportive. Anytime you're feeling too much, especially on more restorative practice, definitely back off and give yourself the support that you need. Because we'll stay for about 8 breaths. Try to surrender into the breath, especially that exhale. If it's time for you to come out, listen and honor your body. I think it's about time for me. Take an inhale. And when you're ready to come out, use your hands for support. Good, yep. Unwind that front leg. Take it to either down dog and spiral out, or stay in tabletop and spiral out that right hip. So you want to stretch, bring it out. In fact, something that kind of just is coming to me, hopefully it works for you. You're going to release that left arm and see if you can grab that foot above you. Yeah, only if it feels correct. So I'm giving myself a little bit of stretch through that right hip and left shoulder. Felt right. Good. Release that. Take a moment, whatever you need. So, hey, how about moving through a flow? I'm just going to bring it to high to low push-up. Dropping the toes. You can stay in low cobra. You can move it all the way to up dog. Through tabletop, still being gentle because this is more restorative. Take a moment to stretch it out, down dog. Back to high plank. Left side, left knee comes forward. Rock it side to side. Circle it out. Both directions. Core strength, you have to hold that. And then when you're ready, up you go. In between. Couple waves. I think we did 3. Inhale, let your heart lift. Exhale, melt forward. And back up. Down. And up. Last one. Great. Find your way down again. Make sure you're having support. I used blocks, kind of keeping it balanced like I did. So if you use props on the other side, make sure you do it on this side as well. Like Princess in the Pea. Takes a little time for me to get set up. And then you hold for your 8 count breath, or 8 breaths. 4 counts in, 4 counts out. About 2 more breaths. Last one. Excellent. Gently come out. Hands underneath you. Come to that tabletop. Shoot that left leg to make it come back. Circulation come back into that hip socket. Bring some awareness right into that ball and socket. Lift around, circle. And then straighten it out. Stabilize that core. Opposite arm, right arm out. Reach back for this foot. Excellent. Gently come out and slide the hips right underneath you, your heels right underneath your hips. And we'll open up the front of the quads. Yeah. If it doesn't go down, don't worry. Just hang out right here. That's plenty of stretch. Stretching the front of the legs. Yeah, clearing. Nice head and sinuses clearing. If it works, you can come down. Come back off if you need to. I should probably back off a little bit because my knees are popping up. If your knees are popping up, you have to come to your elbows. You're looking good, Masami. That's fine. Woo. Yep, your knees are down. Mine didn't want to stay down. I must be doing a lot of walking or something with my quads. Maybe it was that Pilates class this morning. She did some squats with me. All right. That was good for me. Whew. Gently bring the knees to the side, straighten out the legs. Oh my gosh. We were here just so long ago at the beginning of class, and now we're going to roll back. We'll lay on our back, but crisscross the arms first. We'll do this beautiful shoulder stretch. Crisscross, lift your torso tall. Collapse navel into the spine, round your chin forward, shoulders rolling forward. See if you can open and surrender into this pull through the neck and shoulders. Great, come back up to center and switch the bottom hand on top now. Take a breath. And then let it go. Again, navel into the spine, chin drops forward, rolling forward. Soft jaw, face, chin to the chest. Maybe the chin goes right, maybe the chin goes left. Good, back to center. Come up, tall spine, long spine. Release the arms and roll yourself slowly down. Start right at the very base of the spine. That suction into the navel, right to the back. And as you roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Heels stay connected to the mat. Good. Once you're almost down, you can lift your heels up. Keep your upper body lifted. Hold. Let it go. Nice. Reach up above you. Stretch everything out. Human stretcher down through the toes. Up through the arms and fingers. Nice. And then wide open, a little V with the feet and a open wide V with the arms, and just rock your toes. So you're pumping. Yeah, you're just pumping with your feet off the mat, off like a V, and you're letting your head move with the pulse of the feet. And that's it. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Lymphatic system, kind of stimulating more movement. Feet pulsing. The whole body's moving. Good. Pause. Let that be heavy. Turning your feet out, letting your arms be heavy.
Good. Bring your feet closer together. Take that right knee, bring it up. In fact, bend your knees. Both knees bend. Bring your heels close to you. Pound out the back a little bit. Up and down. Yeah, you want to make sure that, you're letting your sacral kind of go up and drop down. Good. And then interlace your fingers above you. Take the right knee to the right shoulder. Yep, squeeze it in. It's wind relieving pose. Just hold that knee up towards the shoulder and then lengthen and straighten the left leg. Good. That's it. Should feel nice. And then cross it over for a nice supine twist. Knee comes over. Look the opposite direction. Come back to center. And switch. Keep that right foot on the ground, knee straight up. Take the left knee, bring it towards the left shoulder. Interlaced fingers right to the webbing helps to bring that knee with firm pressure up towards that left shoulder. Let the chin drop down. And when you're ready, straighten out through the right leg. And cross it over. Add that twist. Take the knee over to the side. Look the opposite direction. Feels about balanced. Any last posture? Maybe it's happy baby. Bringing both knees towards you. Reaching for the inner edge of the calf, ankle. Lifting that up. Maybe even the arches of the feet. Happy baby. Or if you're finished, you'll know whether you need something else. Maybe you're ready just to rest in Shavasana, corpse pose. You can also bring the soles of the feet to touch each other, reaching to the little pinky toes and letting the knees push away from you. All right, plenty. And then set yourself up for Shavasana, corpse pose. Or I highly recommend another posture too, which is that heart opening. I think, Masami, this is good if you wanted to be reminded of the heart opener, where you're letting those two blocks and then the chest right on that. The chest lifted up a little bit and the head supported. You can even do broken bridge, letting this chest open up, especially if you have concave, shoulder rolling forward. Such a beautiful way to open that up. That feels right to come off for me, but you're more than welcome to just stay. Gonna lie flat. That heart opener is so productive. Just a couple minutes on your back. You're more than welcome to stay in Shavasana, which is amazing. After that yoga, the whole point of our asana, our practice, is to come to this awareness of peace, this incredible sense of calm, well-being. This is where the healing happens, in this space. So I encourage you to stay longer if you're there. But when you're ready, knowing that only when you're ready, come out. Gradually, slowly, mindfully. Fingers, toes, head, deep sigh. Letting the knees float a little bit closer to your chest. And letting the body rock to one side. And fully supported with the hand gently coming up. To a meditative posture. Find you one last breath. Inhale nose. Letting it out through the mouth. Hands coming together next to your heart. Namaste. Another lovely restorative practice. So good. Thank you for being here, Miss Ami. I love it. Awesome. Nice.